I'm just out here waiting for the bus, aren't we, T? Listening to the robins. Spring is around the corner. Can you wave and say hi, YouTube? Say hi. Oh, there it was. Grass is out now. We'll be around the corner and we'll be on the bike again, won't we? Well, fun stuff. I just got a new tripod for holding the camera. And it's a Cami Safe Innovation for Life off of Amazon. Little flexible feet tripod that you can put a phone or a camera into. The reason I got it is it will allow me to work on a table surface and point the phone down at it so I don't have to try to do things one-handed. It's okay. I mean, the legs are flexible so you can wrap it around different objects, which is kind of nice. I can see me using that potentially on the bike when I'm working on it. I think I have some GoPro receivers that can use a standard tripod mount, and if not, I'll probably be looking at that as well. So, so far, the experience has been okay. Some of the joints in it were a little looser than I'd like to see. And it might be cumbersome if I don't have something to wrap one of the legs around to get the right balance so that when I tilt the screen forward, so I can work my hands underneath the camera, that it doesn't tilt over, probably forward actually. But I thought I would just talk a little bit about it. I can probably put a picture of the device up here, and it comes with a little nifty Bluetooth dongle for remotely causing the shutter to go. So this will probably be pretty nice for some of the pictures that I take at different events. I've been in some group photos where somebody has had to step out of the group in order to take the picture, and with something like this, you can point it at the group, turn to the forward camera and see what's going on, and remotely take the shot. Anyway, it's Friday, and been a very fast week. I was kind of snoozing on footage. Good news is there's plenty going on tomorrow. And I've been trying to get videos out Sunday morning. Worst case scenario in the afternoon. And some of that has to do with processing time. Lately, even with my new machine, it's taking 4 or 5 hours to process the videos. And one of the things that could be contributing to that is, since I've not been regularly putting videos out there, I've been averaging, I think, somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes per episode. So let me know down in the comments, is that a little lengthy? Should I be shortening down to 10 minutes a show? Is it just right, or are you looking for more? And I'll let you know. You can say it in the comments. I know I've been kind of zipping around from thing to thing. I'm trying to be a little bit better about that and have specific themes in the show. This show, we'll be talking a little bit more about some of the charity work that I do. And I just want to say how important it is. I know, like, Shade Tree Surgeon and Jucy Lucys talk about Forgotten Angels a lot, as does Weems. And the work they do is fantastic. The work that I do here is about leadership development and, ultimately trying to take men that want to be good and work to continuously make them better. It's one of the longest running self-help and fraternal organizations that I know of. And there's spin-offs. You've probably heard of the Shriners, and I'm involved with a few different Shriner units. I am a clown, and I had to laugh a little bit at one of the latest episodes of Shade Tree Surgeon. One of his friends is afraid of clowns. And I get it. There's some really macabre clowns out there, and the horror industry hasn't helped. But when I was growing up, there was a wonderful clown by the name of Mambo. And I liked Bozo, too, coming out of Chicago, WGN. But Mambo was a sidekick of a TV show icon in Iowa called Dr. Max. And I'll never forget, I got to meet Mambo at one of my grandpa's company's Christmas parties over at Souvenir Pen and Pencil. Anyway, so I do also occasionally ride with one of the motorcycle units, and I help form a group called the Daddy-Os that do drift trikes. So this is all for good causes. The money they raise help feed back in to treat children that are burn victims, have orthopedic problems historically. They've also helped kids that have had polio, and of course they helped my daughter who has Mobius syndrome and autism, but specifically it was pieces of Mobius that required help from the Shriners. And beyond that, what I'm going to be doing this weekend is I have a very good friend whose father died of Alzheimer's, and I was really touched by that whole experience and watching what she went through. So I signed up for a memory study at the hospital I work for, and I've been doing that now for I think about 6 or 7 years, and it was impacted by COVID. I was able to do some of the tests online, but this will be the first time I actually go on site to do some of these memory tests, which are kind of like games that you would play if you were a kid. There are some other ones that they do, like they'll give you this huge string of words and you try to remember as much as you can. And that's surprisingly because I've studied some user interaction in my software career. You remember the first thing and the last thing the best, and in the middle it gets a little dicey. Anyway, maybe tomorrow I'll be able to show some of that, although I'll have to talk to staff and see if that will be a problem. So those are a few of the things that I'm involved in, trying to make the world a little bit better than how I found it. Tell me what you're into. Leave it in the comments, and we'd love to hear, because I think there's a whole lot of good stuff going on in this world that we just don't hear about. Well, this talks to the state of how exciting my life is when I'm playing bingo, but I'm very glad to be with two of my friends. Say hi, Mo. Hi, Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
It's for a good cause. It's on.
B15. B15.
15. Uh-oh, I better focus.
G55.
All right, well, it's springtime, and I have a new project here. It's going to be a Harley Davidson for my clown. I have a friend picking me up. We're gonna go pick up my Street Glide, so that means I'm getting some of my gear. I'm on a field trip right before going to Harley, up in Minneapolis off of Cedar Avenue. There can only be one place we're headed. Got the grain belt. Here we are, coming up on Matt's, home of the original Jucy Lucys. It feels just like you're taking a time machine back to the 70s. And when I'm here, I don't even need to look at the menu.
Well, it's not near as busy as it was last weekend because it was out the door.
That's Jesse Ventura. He was a wrestler, and the governor of our fight stayed for a while when I first moved. I've actually got pictures of me with him. I'll have to put that up in the corner for you to see. And there is the goodness. And the first rule of Jucy Lucys Club is you don't bite just into the Jucy Lucys unless you want to burn your face. And of course, shoestring fries. Gotta have onions. I can do this without hurting myself. See the cheese in there. I haven't gotten into the goodness yet. Didn't get much from the shop because they didn't do the work I had asked, sadly. So on the bike I went, maybe a little fumed, but I was proud of myself because I didn't lose my cool. And made my way home. It was cold, definitely cold. I can feel it in my bones and in my muscles today. That's the way it goes. It's beautiful out. There's the hosers over there in their pen, enjoying the sun. Still wearing cones. Both guys got neutered on the same day. Poor buddies. But I'm standing out here without a long sleeve shirt or a coat. I'm in a t-shirt because even though there's snow on the ground, we're going to be up in the 60s today. It's been a good weekend. Friday I played some bingo, and yesterday I rode up to the cities and sprung out my softail slim from storage. It's kind of a bummer I got there and none of the work I had asked to be done was done, but I won't dwell on that. It just means I got to go back up. This afternoon, I will be in the garage. I'm doing some work on the softail since it's back. Working on our trip plans for this summer. And, pardon me, I'm going to head first down into the Ozarks. A friend of mine wanted to do some of the rides down there. And so we'll head there in mid-May. It's one of the reasons I've been working to lose a little bit of my roundness that I got during COVID. So my chaps fit because I'm sure it'll be chilly when we leave. Then I come back and I'm headed down southeast, I believe. Going to work this week on getting the hotel set up, but I'll be headed down towards the Smoky Mountains, probably into Knoxville. Gonna check out and see if I can make it over to the tail and then loop back up through Virginia and out east, coming back maybe through Ohio. And then in September, I see from a friend of mine that in Southwest Missouri, there's a bike show. And I hope to take the 1200 down to that. So those are just a few of the things, May, June, and September, that are coming up. Keep an eye out on the channel. I will be sure to cover those things. And if I'm showing the 1200 in September, that means I've got to actually do some work on it. So you should see that coming up in the channel as well. So, with all of that, keep an eye out on some of these things. It's like I said, I'll have the bike work from today, next week. And in the meantime, my friends, remember what I tell you every time in closing. It's so important, especially in these mad times. Remember to see the beautiful things that are around you every day.